Mohamed Salah as well, Jace. Got to talk about it. He's come out, said that there's more chance of him leaving than staying right now. He hasn't been offered a new contract. He's been very vocal about the situation. I don't think Jamie Carragher's too happy with him.
No.
He's been moaning, saying he needs to keep his mouth shut. What do you think? Because it feels a bit like a mess.
I can feel Mohamed Salah's frustration just by what he come out and said. So he had a platform. He knows what he's doing. He realises that everyone will be seeing the video. Everyone will be talking about it, as we are. It's all over the back pages tomorrow. We've seen pictures of the back pages. Inevitably, Liverpool's best player, and argued one of the best they've ever had, and still doing it, by the way.
Yeah, I know
he's 32, and the contract, it would appear, it's the length. I can see both sides here. Do Liverpool want to commit to the biggest paid player at the club for another 3 years, right? I understand their concerns and their fears, right, but right now, he's walking on a free at the end of the season. Walking on a free. In December, in around about 5 weeks' time, he can sign a pre-contract agreement with someone outside the UK. Right?
Yeah.
That can happen. I don't know any more than you do what's been discussed. But if there is a concern about the 3 years that he wants, that's rumoured, there's no evidence right now to suggest that Mohamed Salah is slowing up.
No.
Of course, at 35, he's not going to be the same as he was 5 years. That's just, it's not. But he can still deliver a level of performance which matches where Liverpool want to be. Right now, mate, he had a quiet game yesterday. He scored 2 goals. Could have had 4 or 5. He wasn't that great first half. Hardly saw him. Comes up with a goal, scores a penalty, might have had could have a hat-trick in the second half.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
I just think
he
it's
wins
outrageous.
games for
Just
you.
give him a 3-year contract. The man's an absolute machine.
Look,
he reminds me of like Ronaldo, right? In terms of his physical, performance, what his body is, the minutes he can play, the way he looks after himself. Ronaldo's 39.
Yep.
Right? I know he's playing in Saudi, but look at him. He can still do it on the big stage. Salah can still do it for another 3 years, no question.
It feels like
and if he does slow down a little bit, well, then you sell him to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. I agree with Jay.
I just don't understand what they're thinking.
I agree.
That Liverpool sat there not offering this man a new contract when he's the best player in the Premier League right now. He's the best player at Liverpool. And you're sitting there thinking, you're going to lose £100 million player for nothing.
His numbers are insane, okay? His numbers don't make sense. They don't make sense when you look what he's done since Liverpool, right? But there's no sign of those numbers going down right now. That's what you've got to look at. You can only deal with what you've got in front of you now. What is the evidence? The evidence is he's going to continue at this particular stage right now. It's going to keep going. No one knows what he's going to look in 2 years' time. You can't predict, right? He might lose a yard. But look at Kyle Walker, right? We saw him getting ripped at the weekend by Timo Werner, who's no slouch.
Yeah.
But you can't be that same player. I agree with you. I would give him what he wants for 3 years. If things don't work out, or there is signs that his form and the numbers are starting to drop, Saudi they'll give Liverpool 50, 60 million for him. Probably more than that.
Yeah. All right, well, let's take some calls on now. I want to hear from West Ham fans, obviously, from tonight's game and Newcastle, so make sure you phone in. But let's go to Trevor. He's a Liverpool fan. He's phoned us up. Right, Trev?
Hey, mate, all right?
Yeah,
all
good.
Right,
Trev. Obviously, it's been a big talking point. He's been quite vocal about it. What's your take on this? Is it the same old, what are they doing?
Yeah, listen, if the owners of Liverpool Football Club are listening to your show tonight...
Listening, Trev. Speak to them.
Yeah. Stop messing around. I heard Jamie Carragher say tonight that he will be in talks. I get that. But stop messing around. Mo Salah, he's like a modern day Ronaldo with the physique and goals. Just stop it. Just offer him whatever he wants. Give him it. I know the club will move on without him. I get that. But, for God's sake, just give him the contract. Stop it. Give him what he wants.
Well, yeah.
Seriously.
Do you know what? You try and find. So let's try and look in for the future. Let's say things aren't resolved and Mo Salah leaves Liverpool at the end of this season. Let's just say that, right?
Yeah.
How are you going to replace him?
We can't.
What does that player look like? Who is that player?
Well, he looks like Mohamed Salah.
Right. It's going to cost you. What's that player going to cost you? You ain't getting much change at 60, 70 million, are you? Wherever that player is right now. You're not.
No.
Right? That's going to cost them that before wages. Makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it is crazy.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.